Okay, so we already look like we're gonna have an opportunity here, so that's what I'm gonna watch to be taking this gold trade. But I would want to see some more confirmation, right? I'm gonna go over it in a moment. Right, we have this hourly, very good hourly inversion right here, and we have sell side to be taken, so it's just a no-brainer, this trade, I would say. Wasn't really planning on taking any trades, but I'm gonna take it if it's if there is a good opportunity. I'm gonna take it, and we have proper sizing, so all I'm waiting is, yeah, basically for a retracement if we get on, so like getting a small move higher, because we have an hourly inversion. It's pre-New York, yes. We have buy side liquidity taken, 1 hour inversion, and sell side to target, so it is actually a no-brainer. And now we're also getting this 50-minute inversion right here, so let's see. I think we could have already shorted this, but now it's a bit late, so we'll see if we get some sort of retracement. Otherwise, I'm not really gonna force an entry right here, but it is a good trade. So I do want to see a bit of a retracement towards wait, my mouse changed. A bit of a retracement towards at least these two gaps, so boom. I do want to be patient because it matters a lot how we behave to this 50-minute. If we reject from it, we might go higher. If we don't, we might go lower. So that's pretty much it. I'm waiting for a bit more structure. The AUD, I'm just waiting for a bit more patience. I do also want to check the Forex calendar to see if there's any news. We do have some news at 3:30, so we have to be careful. Here, why price might react is because of this big ass consolidation. That's why I'm waiting for an extra confluence. We have that 50-minute VG. We have really nice, really nice potential setup, but I do want to be careful at this 50-minute right here. That's exactly what I'm paying attention to. I want to see price support lower, so then I'm gonna mark it if we manage to support price lower. Otherwise, yeah, it's slightly risky. So I'm waiting for another another entry pattern, because if we reject now, we pretty much have a high chance of going bullish. But we do have buy side liquidity rate, we have sell side easy, sell side to target line and lows. We did take this, but it's still sell side being stacked here, so it is a good trade still. Yeah, this looks really good on the higher time frame. So while we wait for this, I'll also check the rest of the pairs. AUD USD ended up having a really proper take profit here. Let me start my recording as well. He ended up having a really good take profit. Price ended up reversing. G was still bullish somehow. Euro is very bearish. So yeah, I don't really see any setups except this one. So I do want to see here price hold this 3-minute VG and price start supporting lower prices. And then if that happens, of this inversion here, I will enter the sell to target this really no-brainer sell side. But we gotta be careful at unemployment claims, right? We don't want to be forcing any trades, not now, right? Because we already had a very W day. This looks like a good setup for me, the gold one. USD CHF, let's see, what are we doing here? We had actually a pretty good sell side rate off here, and we ended up being very bullish, but I'm not gonna be thinking about entering just yet, nothing. So I'm waiting to see an extra confluence if we start breaking lower, but I think it's still smarter to wait for those unemployment claims, right? Jew's bullish. There's a weird discrepancy between, but Jew had news, so I would say here we're actually more likely to print bearish because we have this big ass void. But I don't really want to bet on that, if that makes sense. And here I don't really want to be taking buys unless I see something really clear. So this gold trade looks like a no-brainer for me, but it's it requires a bit of being careful, right? A bit of being careful here to target that sell side. I think overall we should be drawing towards this though, but it does depend on what we get. So on this inversion I would enter lower, and also on the close below the 50-minute VG, because if we hold the 50-minute VG, since these is pretty much a lot of resistance, we can just print bullish. I wouldn't take bullish trades Still, hourly inversion looks really good for me, but we need to wait for some confluence that we're reaching lower. This is why price is reacting a bit right now, because of that resistance. But yeah, we're gonna see. This is very important how we behave to this. Yep, if we inverse it, I'm taking like straight off the bat. And it would be stop loss, it would be just, yeah, pretty small. Above the high here, and on the inversion, I'm taking this. But I do want to see a very complete inversion form. Right, so I want to see the next candle continue on going lower. I want to see the candle close now. It's looking like a really good start for the move. On the candle close, I'm placing my order. It's like it needs 10 seconds. What's up, bro? What's up? So I'm actually taking this right here on the inversion. We close below, we retested the inversion. We should be holding lower of this, but we're gonna see. Let's see where our stop loss is. Our stop loss is really small, we don't need more. And take profit is on the sell side that we have this massive sell side stack on the lows. So on here, around $6, I would say. Yeah, on the sell side stack. Modify trade, and that's it. Let's see if this inversion holds. What's up, bro? Have you traded today? Looks like a textbook trade. It looks textbook even pre-unemployment claims. It looks textbook to me because of the hourly inversion. Like, it's a perfect scalp for me. And if we manage to hit this, I'm done for the day. If we manage to hit this take profit, I'm done for the day. I'm not taking any trades, because we already took that massive W in London. So yeah. And we also, now we're closing back below the 50-minute inverse, which is again a really good sign. My bad. Okay, this one had a really good inspection with that wick. I just want to see it carry on. To be honest, this move should still support lower prices. If it doesn't, it's pretty much over. But just trust, even on this pre-big candle, just trust. We still have the inversion. I still want to see it hold. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And it is what it is. But I still somehow see it get wicked lower, but it depends. We still close below, still a valid trade. But yeah, it just doesn't look like it wants to react necessarily. It looks like it rejected the entry, but I'm still pretty trusting in this trade, even though we have this big rejection. This is just a textbook trade that I would take over and over again. So, yeah, if it gets rejected, it gets rejected. It is what it is. It's still a very good trade for me, so I'm still gonna take it even if price struggles a bit. But I think it might be struggling because of unemployment claims. But yeah, I'm still down on taking the risk. It's not a forced trade for me. The trade still looks very good. We might be fighting these buyers here. That's why we're getting a bit of a deeper reactions. But I still think on the long term, as long as we're holding that 50-minute as support, we should be holding lower though. But Yeah, gold is slightly unpredictable, but we're gonna see we're in this bearish gap, so still fine. We had the perfect entry this time, we had on the inversion, so still good for me. And yeah, targeting this massive soul side, which I think should be draw for pre-unemployment claims actually. So this actually, if I wouldn't have this textbook trade, I wouldn't have taken any trades today, and overall it's still a small risk compared to how much we made today. I still see price supporting lower prices from here, but yeah, we'll see. Sometimes it's just about trusting, and whatever happens happens. We're not doing trading to win, we're doing trading to love trading and the process itself. But yeah, yo, what's up, bro? What's up? Welcome to the stream. Not very great for now, but yeah, I'm still trusting the trade. I do want to see us carry that in 10 lower though soon. We're not looking like we're carrying a lot, but yeah. Let me play some music. Do I have some playlists saved? As long as we're gonna hold this bearish cap, for me it's fine. And I still do believe that we're chilling. Where is that zone? Okay, now I can draw it. But this platform is fucking weird, bro. This is what matters to me, this bearish gap and the inversion. So as long as we're hold and we see that initiation, or I think these lows look very vulnerable to get taken in my eyes. Is it funded? No, it's a personal account. It's a small personal account, only $70 we have. So yeah, if we actually, that's what I want to see, initiation. Have to be careful at employment claims, but I do think it might be a risky play in some sense, but I do think this is our draw for pre-unemployment claims. So unemployment claims dwelling into these lows here, because there's a lot of orders stacked in this consolidation. We should be drawing towards that. Oops, let me do this. Okay, so let's see, do we initiate, do we not initiate? For now, I like how we're respecting how the body stayed inside the bearish FVG here. I do really like that. And if we hit this TP, as I said, I'm done for the day. I'm not taking any trades. Even on Nasdaq, I want to see how Nasdaq is doing. Yeah, it's in a weird state. I don't think we want to be trading necessarily Nasdaq today here. We're kind of overextended. We don't have a lot of intraday structure, which is not necessarily what I would like, to be honest. This is good. I kind of like how the 5 minute is looking now. It's looking like it's gonna start initiating, but it does depend upon price, upon what price wants to do here. I still see these lows as very vulnerable. I don't know why, just intuitively. And again, why we had this pretty strong reaction is because of this. There were a lot of orders stacked in this, and that's why we didn't leave instantly, but now we look like we're leaving. So let's see us form a gap below these lows. That would be strong continuation pattern for me. I want to see some movement, right? I don't usually take entries pre-New York, but in scalping sometimes it's actually fine. Why is price consolidating right now? Because it's an area of previous consolidation. That's usually what always happens. It doesn't mean our trade idea is wrong. It's just that price is gonna stagnate and then gonna choose a direction to displace towards, hopefully bearish, but it does depend. And it's also stalling pre-New York. We have like 5 minutes to New York, but yeah, I still like it, even though it's stagnating. So we're gonna see. These is our target, these equal lows here. That's it. We don't want to look for more. But yeah, the trade has solid higher time frame behind it. There's this hourly inversion right here, which is a very solid pattern, after, especially after buy sell liquidity got taken. This is a pattern I would trade 10 out of 10 times, to be honest. 10 out of 10 times. What I wanna do is actually, even though I don't think it's gonna be necessary, I'm gonna give it slide more room to my stop loss. Slide more, not a lot, but just in case. I don't think this high will be swept. I think we just initiate. It looks like this trend line pattern, and then I see an initiation lower coming below this lows, but that's just how I see. Doesn't mean the market will do that, but that's just how I see things here. Want to see what market open does. It depends. I want to see us initiate and be around here when unemployment claims opens. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna be closing the trade. Realistically, now it's fighting between these buyers from the bullish range and the sellers, right? That's why it's stagnating, also because of this. So yeah, but I still do believe we're on the how do I say, more likely side of the market. That's why we see consolidation right now, because we are fighting these buyers that are trying to buy this bullish range here, and we're also fighting the sellers that are trying to short here. So it's a battle between sides, if that makes sense. But still low resistance overall this range, sell side, so should still be fine. Or we might switch trend. That can also be what happens, but yeah. For me, this is a no-brainer. Definitely a no-brainer trade. That's why I took it. So let's see what we gonna do. We're definitely, I think we're stalling for New York Open, which is in 2 minutes. So we want to see what New York Open volatility does. Preferably initiate. We have like 2R on the lows, which is perfect for a scalp. We don't need more than that. So let's see. And buy sell liquidity taken. That's why this trade was taxable for me. So let's go over it. We have hourly, so we have very strong higher time frame. For me to be bearish, we have buy sell liquidity taken into hourly inversion. This hourly inversion I really love. And then we traded off a 50-minute inversion here. We actually swept buy side, and now we're inverting this 50-minute FVG and looking to target this sell side here, right? And we also have this new week opening gap here, which I think we should be drawing towards. So yeah, that's why this trade is looking solid for me. And I basically waited. We see here we rejected the 50-minute gap, the closure below the 50-minute gap. Then we retrace again. This is a 3-minute gap, and we support that 3-minute gap lower and close back below here. That's why I entered on the extra confluence, on the fact that we are most likely gonna hold this as support, this 50-minute inverse. But that's why it might be slightly risky, because it's also like, it's not fully confirmed yet. But if we break lower, I might consider also scaling in, because if we break lower, we get more confluence that we're holding this as support, and our trade idea is gonna play out. So I'm gonna consider scaling and depending on how we behave, because we open New York, but we're still stagnating, so I'm not sure if I want to be in this pre-unemployment claims. But I still do think we're gonna hunt the sell side because we're building like trend line liquidity. So I think we're gonna get that move lower before potentially reversing. But yeah, I'm gonna choose to trust this trade. We just be chilling, Gengi. Even though we're stagnating now, it doesn't really matter. Because this is a very pivotal price point, I would say. So I do want to see now us strongly initiate lower. Again, we ended up holding this really well, and especially if it supports a strong move lower, that's a pretty strong influence that we're gonna reach towards these lows. So we're gonna see. It's a good start, I would say, at the very least. It's a good start. If we see a strong initiation, again, I'm considering scaling in on this bearish gap here. Now we're getting a lot more confluence that the bearish side of the market is gonna hold, but look at how we wick. That's not necessarily great. I don't like that wick, but yeah. I would have liked to see that move support lower, but it doesn't mean pretty much anything. It's still 1 minute, so it doesn't really mean much. I mean, it does mean pretty much because we're rejecting. That's not a good sign at all, but yeah. Let's see how it behave. Like, this idea pretty much got rejected here. But I'm gonna take the L if that's the case, of course. Yeah, this is not good. I'm closing right here. The trade is getting rejected. We took a $2 loss. It's a bit annoying, but yeah. Just our idea got rejected on this here. This should have held lower prices, but yeah. It is what it is. I still think it's a good trade. We might get the move later, but I'm gonna watch. I think this was a good trade to be taken. Still, we lost like $2, which is fine. I would have preferred not to lose, but it is trading at the end of the day. We cannot really guarantee anything. I would still say that this trade was really good. I really like higher time frame. We have really strong higher time frame, but mainly we might be reacting of this. So could have been that I closed too early, but it looked really strong, like we're gonna come and reject the idea. So depending on how we behave, even though I don't think yeah, we're gonna wait and see. But now we have unemployment claims, so I'm not sure if it's really a smart idea to be trading and retrading this. But the idea pretty much got rejected here. Like, this move, if it were to be bearish, in my opinion, should have supported lower prices. We might come back to manipulate and then reinitiate the idea. So that's what I'm paying attention to. But yeah, maybe I should have waited for this first and then enter, but right now it's unemployment claims. I still think we're gonna reject it. Looks like we're gonna play the buyer side because we do have a bit of resistance around this area, and that's might be one big reason why we're failing. But for me, it's still a no-brainer trade to take towards the sell side. But yeah, it is what it is, right? I'm not really gonna look into be forcing any trades. This was a day. Could have been better, could have been worse, but we still made like $8 on the day, so that's still a W. That's like pretty high percentage over the account. So Unless, I don't know, I see really something really confident that we're gonna reach lower, I'm not really gonna be trading today, because I already took more than enough today. So yeah, sometimes you need to know when to stop. I didn't have plans on trading anyways, unless I see something really nice, and I did see something really nice. But yeah, our stop loss might have been safe, we might have still been safe, but I think this gap is very dangerous now, and I think it's way more likely to hold higher. We'll see. So I'm just being patient. Maybe this is what we should have done in the first place, but I don't think the entry is necessarily bad. The first entry is not necessarily bad either. So the rest don't really show any opportunity. Maybe G1 sells, but I wouldn't really be doing that necessarily. So we'll see. But yeah, this I closed early. I closed at around here because I think it's gonna fail. Stop loss was here. Maybe it still hold, but in my opinion, in the current moment, it just looked too likely to be preceding higher prices, and we're pre-unemployment claims, so I don't really want to. I feel like here we should have held that move lower, and that us getting rejected here kind of invalidated the trade, but we're gonna see. I have 330 unemployment claims. If we do inverse, I might reconsider entering, but I don't think I necessarily want to right now. This looks like a pretty strong consolidation. Now it changes. Now I don't really know if we're gonna come to sweep it. We might, but yeah. Let's just observe and decide with time whether I'm gonna retake this trade or not, but most likely now not really. Because yeah, we kind of rejected that 50-minute gap, and we had this massive 50-minute candle, so maybe because of high resistance should have avoided taking it. I'm not sure. But we're gonna see. This can be a re-entry. Okay. Not a strong enough move for now for me to retake this trade. I kind of manipulated that high. Maybe I should have been a bit more patient on closing the trade, but seeing this like followed by that rejection really massively kind of showed me that we're not likely to continue, and we're more likely to continue bullish. But I might have been wrong still. I'm not saying I wasn't wrong, but now I'm not sure if I want to retake this entry. Yeah, could have been avoided. Technically, could have been avoided last because we did take this really good trade in London, and we could have just yeah, sit on the bench and done for the day, which is true. But I still really like higher time frame on this trade, so for me it's a no-brainer most of the times. This trade right here, bro. But this looks so good now. Oh my fucking god, it's probably gonna go. And now it's too late unless we see. Yeah, it's probably gonna go. And I did close early, I guess, because I had this. This was my stop loss. Yeah, I might have closed early on this one. We might get a re-entry though. Yeah, I might have closed early. It was not closed because of scared. It was just, yeah, I didn't. The problem is I think I didn't trust the trade enough. I think it was the problem. But we're gonna see. I don't really want to be forcing anything at this point in time, but it does look good, like how we're initiating lower now, so I'm not sure. But taking entries now is risky. If I would have let that first trade open, maybe. I'm not sure though, because this can be a good entry as well. But yeah, it's just too risky. No matter if I want to trade, it's a bit risky now because of 20 minutes pre unemployment claims. Usually not very crazy volatile, but yeah, this can be a re-entry here. And this looks like buy side, so yeah, it's really consolidating now, so I think I'm just gonna be patient here for yeah, but the inspection looks good though. I'm really tempted to be selling here. Retaking this one last time. I'm trying to trade, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We're looking to be taking this, the same idea from before. This is my last trade for the day, no matter what the outcome is. And yeah, but still I wanted to see how we behave to this. If we hold it, it's a pretty high chance we just hold lower and go towards that TP initially, so we'll see. Now we should be initiating. That did retake around here. Trading view looks weird compared to this. It's different. We're gonna see. But the inspection was really good. I just wanted to see that we actually respected. This time I'm actually trusting it. Yep. Let's see the candle close below it. I don't want to see us rejecting again. Now let's just trust for this moment in time. Because this candle might be just temporary and we still end up initiating. So we go and see. Now this becomes kind of where my eyes are situated at. Not looking good, but I'm still gonna let it be. This time I'm gonna trust in, and it is what it is. If we end up, yeah, losing, it is what it is. I still am down to grow from every single trade I take. I'm not trading to be profitable anymore. I'm trading to learn and to get better. So I'm gonna hold that mindset throughout this trade. You're gonna see. problem right now is, yeah, the trade is dog shit. I do agree. This is my problem right now. I have good trades, yet I tend to give all the profit back, right? We still up on the day, but could have been way more up, right? Way more up. If I would have just been a bit more patient and a bit more careful with my trades, since now I have so much freedom on the trades I take, I tend to, I don't know, lately I tend to pay attention to equity too much, and that ends up pushing me into bad trades instead of legitimately focusing on what trade is best. I tend up, I don't know, being in this state. Just gonna give it slight more room, and in case it wants to manipulate this highs, and that's it. Okay, so the we already got stopped out, my bad, but yeah, not great in terms of the trades I take. We did take a very massive W today on AUD/USD, but see, I have this really dog shit trades. I keep thinking about profit, and I keep thinking about this and that and that, and I end up forcing trades. This trade is really good, but trading on pre-unemployment claims, like, come on, bro, is really not okay. Like, I can't say the trades were necessarily bad, but pre-unemployment claims is just troll to be trading. That's the problem in this mindset. Instead of showing up from love and showing up from generally taking the best trades, I keep having this I keep getting distracted. I keep forgetting about why am I trading in the first place, and I keep getting distracted to profitability. But I do not want to trade for profitability anymore. I just want to trade because I enjoy it and I enjoy price action. So that's the problem. Like, this trade, I still think it's fine, but trading pre-unemployment claims, hell no. That is not the fine part. That is not the fine part, and we rejected this whole set and we started going higher. Like, the trade idea is not bad at all. It's just that I'm not focused enough on the process that I should be. I'm more focused on the equity. That's the problem, right? And as long as I do not get into that state of legitimately not caring about profitability, but not caring in a state where you generally take good trades, not taking gambles. You know what I mean? Because now it's a lot of freedom that you have while taking these trades, and that's what's causing this a lot of bullshit trades like we had on a Euro USD earlier during London. This was bullshit. This I wouldn't really call bullshit, but it's just timing that is bad, and it's just that patience was required and that desire to be trading every day. So it's a lot of things. It's more psychological now rather than actually I've been distracted a bit. Like, I'm being honest with the channel. I'm gonna show every single loss I take, right? And every single thing I'm going through, even if it might look bad, if it might look like whatever it is, I'm gonna be completely honest with myself, because this is part of my journey, and I need to be showing up every day, not giving a fuck about profit. But it's easy to get distracted by profit. It's very easy. Like, the only thing I have to do right now to be able to turn profitable is have that good psychological state, meaning the desire for profitability is gone. All the desire that is left is to take good trades. That's all the desire that should be present, right? And I did give back a lot of profit, but I need to learn, right? I need to learn. That's what I care about more rather than turning profitable, is learning. And I have to hit my head to learn. This is how you learn in trading. So this is just me going through the journey of basically trading with freedom, right? Because now I have a lot of freedom. So that's kind of the hard part, because it's very easy to get drifted towards taking gambles and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's very easy to be taking gambles. That's the thing. It's very easy to slip, and I need to really pay attention to my mindset. That's all that I basically need to care about. Mindset and trades will automatically fall in place. So that desire of profitability needs to be gone, because that desire for profitability does push you into bad trades, and it's very easy to get distracted by profit, right? It's very easy, and as long as you're not gonna give away that desire, I don't think you're ever gonna be profitable. That's what I'm learning, right? I every day I'm not mad at myself. I'm not gonna get depressed or whatever, because I said I'm in a good, relatively good psychological state, but I tend to get drifted while I'm in the session. That's the problem, right? That's the problem. So that's where my focus is gonna be, not necessarily in the trades I take, because that will come automatically while I'm in flow. But while you have profit in your mind, and every time I come here and execute, I'm seeing dollars, right? And it's very easy to get drifted. Very, very easy to get drifted and start caring about results again, and that ends up pushing you into trades like this, right? Or closing the trade early when I should have let it run, and things like that. I end up taking this was good, the mental state in London was good, but still pushed bad trades. That's like, yeah, that's what I do now. Like, that's legitimately the only thing I have to do, is maintain a good psychological state, and the bad trades automatically will disappear. So yeah, that's where my work will do. My work will not be so much in journaling. My work will not be so much in backtesting or all these things. My work will be more in maintaining and building that psychological state where I don't have a desire to be profitable anymore. And it's not something easy to do at all. It's not something easy, because if you give that desire of profitability, that desire to make money, that desire to grow your account or whatever, you end up taking bad trades. It's inevitable, especially when you're trading with so much freedom. So right now, when the way I'm trading, the only thing I should really care about is sleep and my psychological state. Sleep is important because I need to be able to be well rested, to be able to focus enough to take good trades and manage the trades well. And I need my psychological state is the most important basically right now, to be able, because my skill will come from itself, but my skill, me taking the good trades, me and basically ended up making money, it's all gonna come from psychology not interfering with my process, right? With my process, that's basically the only thing. So I need to really give up every single thing about money that I have in my head. This was really good. Could have been done for the day, yes. I do agree. I don't regret it, because the lessons are way more important for me than money right now. But yeah, I'm gonna sit a bit and wait for to see how price actually behaves. We rejected a lot of times here off the 50-minute inverse. Yeah, and even here I would have said that we're gonna work, but it's just that we're fighting a lot of resistance. Sell side was relatively taken. That's why one big reason why the trade might fail actually. But yeah, we did have that really strong hourly inverse. That's why I really like the trade. The trade was really valid in that sense, but it was clear that we cannot really trade pre-unemployment claims. Like, it's very troll, right? Because the trade idea might still work after unemployment claims, but I just, yeah, when you're focused on money, you don't care about the things you want to make money now. And that's what I was feeling these days. And again, I'm gonna be completely honest, these lives are gonna stay here no matter how much mistakes, how many stupid mistakes I'm gonna make. They're still gonna be here, because it's me, and I'm showing you the real process of what it takes me to reach profitability, in a sense. Even though I don't really want it, I need to give away that profit, that every single thought about profitability, I don't want it to be in my head. But how do you actually detach from that? That's the thing, because it's not only the money or the result of the trade. I don't really care about the result of the trade, right? But it's so much more than that. Detaching from you have to detach from profitability itself. That's the hard part. You have to detach from profitability itself, and after you grinded 3 years with that thought in your head, it's really hard. It's really hard to detach. That's the hard part. But yeah, I'm definitely not gonna be trading anymore today. We still are in profit for the day. It could have been way more, but yeah, I decided to learn. That's how I'm gonna put it. And now that's gonna be my focus. That's what I'm gonna do today. I'm really gonna focus on my mental, because apparently in the way I'm trading, it is actually true that psychological is 90%, because my psychology needs to be consistently in a good state, and me not caring whatsoever about the result and about profitability, about money, about all of those things. And it's so easy to slip, right? Psychology is not you get it once and then it's gonna stay like that forever. Psychology is something that you actually need to maintain. So that's the thing. That's what is hard, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna work for. And again, this today I'm gonna end the sessions early. I need to really focus on eliminating these unnecessary losses that we took today. 2 on gold, 2 on euro, bro. If they were not present, I would have made so much more profit on the day. So that's kind of the focus, and it's not gonna come from something mechanical, me doing something. Okay, I need to have this rule, this rule, this rule. It's all gonna come from solving the psychology. That's it. That's where it's gonna come from. So that's what I'm gonna focus off camera. That's why I'm gonna take the day off on really focusing on my mind and on removing the desire for profitability like totally. I don't want it to in my head. Never. All I want to feel like is that I'm trading here, but every time I'm executing, I'm seeing here, I'm seeing here, I'm seeing here, I'm seeing profit everywhere, and it's extremely hard not to get slipped. That's the problem, and I'm gonna spend the time on trying to find a way on how to do that, right? How to permanently remove the desire of profitability, because that desire of profitability, if I'm able to remove it, everything is gonna fall in place from itself. It doesn't have to be forced. It's not gonna come from some sort of rule. It's not gonna come from anything like that. It's gonna solve itself. That's the thing. So yo, that's what I'm gonna do. The stream is gonna be ended here, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow probably. That's what I'm gonna focus on. So yeah, I'll see you.